What's up, guys? I'm just going to teach you about how you're going to create a page for your school, class, teachers, and assignments. So here's all you do. Just click Help Us Help You when you go to our page, schoolbats.com. And all you have to do is just log in. Press this button. So use the username student and the password student. And just log in. So it's going to say remove the profile.php from the URL above. So as you can see, it's going to take it out and refresh that page. Okay, so now we've got access to pages, and you're going to want to create a new page. So let's make our first page, let's call it Doggy High School. Alright, cool. So now we're gonna write something called Doggy Classes right here, and we're gonna link that to something. All right, our link is going to be schoolbats.com/high/doggy high school, and as you can see, I have some spaces between the doggy, the high, and the school, so I'm just gonna write doggy dash high dash school. And by writing this URL, I'm creating a link to a page that I haven't actually created yet. So I'm just gonna call that feature page Doggy Classes. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add that link, and now it's hyperlinked. So our parent page for Doggy High School is gonna be high school, so just select that. Okay, so that's kind of where that little high school and that link that I wrote comes from. So now we're just going to write something. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna publish now. And it says you do not have sufficient permissions to access this page. You actually do. You basically submitted already. So just now at the top, just take this edit.php out and refresh the page. Let's see if the page is already created. Alright, so you can see, you click pages, you can see the page that I just made. And let's go to add new and type in Doggy Classes. That's the little thing that we typed right up right there. So now we're just going to type something else. It's gonna be Doggy AP Biology. Actually, no, it's just going to be a list of all the classes that I have at Doggy High School. So let's say I have AP Biology, I have Biology, I have AP Chemistry offered at my school, and I also have just basic trigonometry. Say that's the title. Let's just call it trig for example's sake. Alright, so I'm just gonna, let's say I only have 3 classes in my entire school. What you should do, since you obviously have more than 3 classes at your school or college, you're just gonna try to create a list of every single one. This is super easy to find online, so just copy and paste it. But what I'm gonna do is just link this. We're just gonna, for example, create a new page. It's gonna be just adding on to kind of what we had before, schoolbats.com/high school/doggy high school/doggy classes, and then finally /doggy AP Biology teachers. So this next page is basically going to take me to all the teachers that teach AP Biology at this certain Doggy High School, this hypothetical little place that I created. So Doggy AP Biology teachers, and sounds good. I'm just going to add the link right there, and let's make sure that we make the parent for Doggy Classes, let's make it Doggy High School. So that's how it's going to work. And at the bottom of this page, you're just going to write something. It's going to say, is there a class that shouldn't be here? You can just go back to that Help Us Help You page. So and copy and paste directly from there. Let me see. Okay, so when you're creating the classes, we just made that little page called doggy classes, right? So we're just gonna add this text at the bottom. Is there a class that shouldn't be here? Are you in a class that isn't listed here? Tell us the name of the class and all the teachers you know who are teaching it, and just copy this, and let's go ahead and paste it. And as you can see, it says replace the little dash with an underscore. So there's a dash over here, and I'm just gonna replace it with an underscore. Okay, so it actually shows up as a little short code. So that's simple. So just leave a space and it'll look good. We're trying to make this all standard, so if you all did the same thing, it would look pretty sick, and standard across all pages. So let's see. And another thing is, like, if you don't add all your pages, obviously, maybe it's impossible for you guys to find a list of all your classes. Try your best, try to remember every single one, because then I have to kind of go back and add the pages individually that you request me to. So that's kind of a lot of work. So what you would do is obviously link it to, how I linked AP Biology, link each of these pages, each of these little texts to future pages that you're going to create in the next step. But I'm going to go ahead and publish, because I think I did everything I need to. And once again, you don't have sufficient permissions. Take that little edit.php out, and we're back. So you can see I just made that thing doggy classes, and the parent page is doggy high school. So now let's add a new page, and let's call that doggy AP Biology teachers, because that's what I named it in the URL before. And let's say that in our case, our AP Biology teachers' names are Mr. James Dog, and we have another teacher. Her name is Miss Jessie Cat. Okay, so let's just link Mr. James Dog to his future page. So let's see if you can kind of remember what I just did previously. Schoolbats.com. Doggy classes. And then I did doggy AP. And finally, Mr. James Dog. Okay, so I hope you're following along and you can actually kind of predict what we just did there. It's just, adding little pages after pages, and it'll all make sense once we finally test out what we just did. All right, so I'm gonna add that link, Mr. James Dog. And now there's also some extra text to add. So here's that little list of classes. So now we're creating that teachers list page. So our AP Biology teachers are Mr. James Dog, Mrs. Jessie Cat, and we're just gonna add this text at the bottom. Is this whatever? Let's see. Add them to yourself. Okay. So let's see. When I say add them yourself over here, I want you guys to link it to this page, which is the Help Us Help You page. And at the top, I'll just post the YouTube video once I'm done with it. So just if you could copy this URL, schoolbats.com/helpushelpyou, and you can just link it right here. Or actually, you can just find it in here if it's that easy. Help Us Help You. Just add that link. Or you can obviously paste the URL directly, same thing. So now it'll take them to that page, and people will just add pages themselves. Less work for everyone, So here it is. Oh yeah, and also you want to include this short code like we did before, And this code basically helps people just suggest improvements to the site. So this will show up as something where people can enter a little comment that says, oh, you forgot to add my teacher, Mr. Dash Hunt or whatever. I don't know how you spell that. Maybe that's the name of the teacher or whatever. And you'll all just get a notification as an admin, and I'll go ahead and add that page in later. That's what this little thing's going to do. So not that complicated. And we're almost done. So, and it will also say that Miss Jessie Cat's not a teacher here. Say there's a teacher on here that shouldn't be here. I'll go ahead and remove that on my end, because once you make these pages, you can't kind of go back and edit them from the student account. I'll have to do it from the admin account. But that's nothing you need to worry about. So I'm going to go ahead and make the parent. You can guess what it is. It's doggy classes, right? So we start out with high school, then doggy high school, doggy classes. And I'm going to go ahead and publish. So the next thing we're going to do, you can guess, is probably, just go right back and start make that page for that individual teacher. So you can see we just made that AP Biology teachers page, and we're going to go ahead and add a new one. Let's call it Mr. James Dog, the man himself. So we're going to go ahead and post something that says, let's see. Whoops. We'll post the text assignment questions and answers. Let me just copy and paste that. And I'm going to hyperlink it to schoolbats.com/tag. Let me just copy that. Okay, so I'm going to hyperlink this, and I'm going to link it to schoolbats.com/tag/Mr. James Dog. So what people are going to do is there's a little plugin, or remember that little code that I wrote where we had to replace the backslash with an underscore? That little thing is going to also have a tag, and you're going to write a tag, and it's going to say Mr. James Dog. And when people type it in, you'll just basically click this link, and it'll take you to a page that has all the assignments for this teacher. So it's really simple. So now we're going to add the bolded text. Copy and paste to make sure you include the exact tag X. Okay. Let me just take this. And exact tag. So in our case, we're going to replace this X with Mr. James Dog, because that's our teacher's name. So this is obviously replace the X with your teacher's name. So example, Miss Caliberry. That's fairly simple. Now let's paste this user submitted posts right below it. So user submitted posts this is actually a different little short code than the one I was talking about before, but that's going to be the one where you can kind of post that tag, and you'll be able to, anybody can just go on the site and just add assignments and stuff, and it's going to look really good. So let me just paste this right below, and looks good. So it's kind of this simple. Now it's going to end up looking something like this: assignments, questions, answer, copy and paste, user submitted post. And now we basically set up a system where people can ask questions like, what's the solution to this thermodynamics web assign or whatever. And we just have a commenting system, and people can post the answers and even upload files through that. So once again, we're going to make our parent doggy AP biology teachers and just publish, because he is an AP biology teacher. You get it? So let's just publish this. And now what we're going to see is that if we, let me go back to, let's see. Let's remember one of the links that we just wrote. Let's take this and Cheese High School. Let's change this to Doggy, and let's kind of just go from there, because that's the first page that we created, right? So now you can see Doggy High School. So now remember when we made doggy classes, if you just click this, awesome. So it just takes us to doggy classes. Remember we made these 3 classes. You can just see, here's the thing, if there's a class that isn't on here, all you do is press contact us, name, email, message, just put a little anti-spam thing in there, and boom, we've got a instant email to the admin so we can take care of any problems. Click AP Biology, And now you can see all the Doggy AP Biology teachers. There's Mr. James Dog, Mrs. Jessie Cat, and what happens if you press add them yourself? Okay, takes you back to help us help you. Beautiful. So this contact us, obviously it's working too. And we click Mr. James Dog, and it takes us to this area. Assignment. Oh, crap. So I forgot to take out this dash, and so that's the problem. But anyway, so if I click assignment questions answers, it'll take me to a little blog post where everything will be. But this is what it's going to really look like. So remember, this is Mr. James Dog. I'm going to show you another one that actually works. Let's just go to high school, Goldman Sachs High School, geometry, and Miss Calirate. Okay, so imagine this is Mr. Dog. So this is that little thing. If I had taken out that little backslash, this is what that little code would turn into. This nice little thing where you can just ask a question like, can someone post the answers to today's math assignment? Something like that. Now you just post that tag and make sure you include this exact tag, Miss Calirari. Copy, paste that, post that, anti-spam question, and then you can just further elaborate. If you have an image that'll help you ask this question, maybe you have like a picture of the assignment you just want to upload so people can quickly answer, just press submit post, and as easy as that. So now it says success, thank you for your submission. Now if you click assignment questions and answers, you can just see that thing that I just asked. I think it's like something like this. Let's see. Where'd it go? Well, whatever I made, it should show up here. So let's say this is the one that I just created. Now any student can kind of go in and just type in something, and say they have a picture on their phone of the homework. They can just press choose file and select something from here and basically upload it. So it's really that easy. And thanks. It would really help me out if you just try to make these pages for your own high school. If you need any help, obviously you can do the contact us thing. It's really easy. Just shoot me an email and I'll take care of it. So thanks so much, guys. Let's start helping each other out on homework and sharing answers. Let's get smarter.